Hey guys, Matt Jones in Seoul, up in the hills. Just behind Seoul, I mean, this is the middle of the Seoul, it's not the countryside. But it's a beautiful park that I used to come and train in. Normally I'd just be running around the paths here. They've blocked off one of the main paths I'd normally run on because they're fixing up the brickwork, which is great for public safety. So I've come down into this little precinct here. It's very beautiful. It's a little makeshift stage in amongst these pine trees. It's very peaceful and a little enclave to come and train in. I imagine by the look of it, they do some exercises here. But I just wanted to give you a quick update on where things are going with this effort, focusing on raising awareness for improving the mental health among veterans. That will lead me toward the Marine Corps Marathon in Washington DC at the end of October. And today it's 5th of September, and there are 56 days, including today and including race day, between now and then. So I want to extend an invitation to you. It's not so much as a challenge, because I want you to consider this from a perspective of success rather than something that is daunting. And this invitation is predicated on the basis that I need your support in my training as I set about preparing for this marathon. So the 22 push-up challenge has come and gone, and it's really great to see a lot of my friends and a lot of people I don't know who are getting down for 22 a day. Many people who haven't served. Roger, great to see you out there, mate, and impressed at your push-ups on Sunday night. They were good ones, 22 good ones, fantastic, mate. But there's many people who are getting down and doing 22, and I know that there's a range of spectrum of people who are doing those push-ups. So many people have lives who are seemingly perfect, in good order, well employed, good families, everything like that. Anyway, what I want to say is that things aren't always what they seem. And so the point about saying that is there's no stereotyping mental health. There's no saying that this person, because they fit into a certain category, they're more at risk or more likely to think this way or think that way, or so on and so forth. The point is that we need to treat each other with care, and I think that's at the heart of raising awareness about the need to improve mental health among veterans. So back to my training. I'll publish my training schedule tomorrow, my running schedule. And what I've found in the past is that I need my running schedule linked to another routine in order for it to work. It's easy for it to slip because I might be traveling, or because I might feel off one day, or something like that. But if I've got a simple routine to hold me to, that helps me to actually match up to the training I want to do as well. And so the 22 push-up challenge was an example of that sort of routine. But I also know I benefit from your participation in my training. And what I mean by that is your encouragement means much more to me than you will ever know. And there's not much more I can say other than that. It's just it's really valuable. And when I say encouragement, I mean in its purest form. Your participation, your interest in that regard. I'm not talking about some sort of transactional exchange involving money. I'm talking about your participation as a fellow traveller of this initiative that I'm on. So essentially it's an invitation for you to be vicariously participating in my training and coming on the marathon with me. course, you can't physically run the marathon with me. Some of you are able to, and some of you maybe aren't. But it's not a measure of worth. It's just, I'm off going to run this marathon. It's not as though I'm just going to wake up one morning and do it. I've got to do this training. So to help me with that, what I want to invite you all to do is to join me on this this daily routine that I do that helps me in getting about my training, and that is I just have a 10-minute routine which looks at abs and some basic stretching, and really helps to keep me limber. It's really important with running, because quite often we exercise but don't compensate for the toll it takes on the muscles and ligaments and so on and so forth. And so I've just got over an injury, which is the ITB, which is the band that runs from the hip down to the knee, and sort of just in around here. I was having incredibly tight muscles, and also on the inside of the knee and down on the upper part of the calf. It's really interesting. As I started stretching, the pain and the tightness would move around the leg, which is sort of a good sign that I was onto something, but also that it hadn't yet been resolved. So I'm about probably 90% now and ready to get back into running, which is good. But I probably could have avoided that injury if I had been doing this stretching as I should have been. So for me to do my running, I sort of need to get about doing my stretching, and to make the stretching easier on me, I'm asking you to participate in that too. So this is a challenge. It's not about comparison. It's not about comparing myself, anyone else to anyone else, but involves me and you every day, just selecting 10 minutes of activity to do that relates to your physical well-being. That could be sitting still in meditation for 10 minutes. It could mean stretching, doing some really basic stretches for 10 minutes. It could be going out for a walk just for 10 minutes around the block for 10 minutes. It could be you get out and take a trot for 10 minutes, do some weights, just do some exercises. Only sort of cautionary note I'd say is, if you haven't exercised for a while, just keep it really simple, really, really basic. And I think starting with just some simple stretches, or some even just 10 minutes of sitting in meditation is really great for the mind, and that has great benefits on the body. The stretch goal here, as in not stretching, but the extending of what I'm wanting to do, is that you do this every day until I run the marathon. And so, like, you don't have to fill out any form. You don't have to. There's no name for this thing, but maybe on my post on Facebook, I'll post every day about my running and my stretching. You might just want to put down a note that says +10, or just send me a simple message with a photograph of yourself doing what you're doing, and in the comments my name and +10. And yes, you can invite your friends. Everyone's welcome to join. It's essentially not about me, it's about us. It's about joining together and encouraging each other, because that essentially is one of the key aspects to strong mental health: community. And there's got to be a point to community. So here we're stimulating each other's well-being, and it's well documented that physical activity has considerable benefits on mental health as well. So these are really two simple things: joining together as a community and doing one thing that helps to improve our physical health, are exceptionally good for our own mental well-being. And if we're stronger, the people around us are stronger too. By doing so, we're slowly opening the conversation to try and get to a little closer to this issue, because I dare say that most of the people who will respond to this aren't involved with the military in any regard, and that's completely fine, because to raise awareness about mental health among veterans, it's a situation that involves everyone to get on board and to take some interest in, not just those who have worn the uniform. So starting tomorrow, I hope you'll join me 10 minutes a day, just doing some simple exercise, some meditative process. Get out, go for a walk, or put on an extra 10 minutes to what you're normally doing in the gym. I need your support, I really do. I value your encouragement, and I look forward to you joining me vicariously on that marathon in Washington DC on the 30th of October. Thanks for listening in. I'm going to go down the hill, take a shower.